Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Geek Out and Play. So, it's the end of the week, last episode of the week. I hope you had a good one. I hope your Friday and your weekend will be just as good. So, just a little bit of housekeeping. Yesterday, I didn't do a show because I kind of was late in my uploading to YouTube and making the thumbnails and stuff like that. So I took my job time, studio time, to fix all this. But in me concentrating to do the things that I haven't done early in the week, I forgot to prepare for today. So I haven't choose a game, I haven't installed it or anything. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna treat myself. It has been a long week. I am tired, very tired. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and play my favorite game, Mass Effect 2. Why is it my favorite game? If you happen to listen to Geek Out, this first episode was What is My Geekness, Part 1. So I'm going from the beginning of my life and basically re- retracing everything like that I loved and everything. So if you want to know more about Mass Effect, I'm gonna talk a lot about it Monday on the part two of what is my geekness. But to make it short today, one of my favorite movie style is the heist movie, where you have to gather a bunch of guys and you have to go steal that thing. Best example, Ocean's 11. That's a good one. The Italian Job. That's another excellent one. Both the original and the new one. And one of my all-time favorite, and it's funny because it's uh, sorry, what is it? Oh yeah, Foolproof. Okay, this is a Ryan Reynolds movie, like lead star movie, and this movie is so underappreciated. Like the way they plan the heist, the way they do the heist, and the way they describe at the end what they did and how they do it. That's my like. I love that movie for that reason, and same reason why I love Ocean 12, Ocean's 11, Ocean 12, and Italian Job, and every movie in that genre. So that's one of the reason why I love Mass Effect 2 so much. The other thing is Mass Effect 1, if you remember, Mass Effect was made basically after Night of the Old Republic, where BioWare was pitching another Star Wars game to whoever was in charge at that time. And Mass Effect 1 really feel like that. It's an epic tale of adventure and heroism, and you have to kill the bad guy. And yeah, that's pretty much Star Wars. What I love about the second one is it's a little bit more, how can I say that, loose with its story. So basically, from the get go, you are told that, hey, you need to find that relay and you need to go there to infiltrate that base. And basically, it's a suicide mission. So from the start, you know that you're not supposed to survive. And you will go throughout the game gathering this tag team of misfit and like not the good people of the galaxy if you want to. And for me, who is a big Star Trek fan, the second one really feel more like that, where it's like you get a emergency call. Oh, okay, we gotta go there and save that colony or that base or that. Oh, okay, we just got a file about a doctor and we need to go recruit him. Oh, okay, cool. Where is he? Oh, he's in there. Okay, who's that guy? What we need. So every mission in Mass Effect 2 feel more like a Star Trek episode for me. Like it's more scientific, less actiony. It's still an action game, way more than the first one. But the first one, it was in its gameplay that it was an RPG, but the theme of the game was way more bad versus good versus evil. Where the second one, you kind of don't know really what you're going to find at the end. Just like some of the heist movie, like we know we gotta go steal gold from this guy, but we don't know yet how we're gonna do it. How what's the security around that house? What we need to find, like all the puzzle pieces, so we can make our heist, plan it, and execute it. So Mass Effect 2, for all those reasons, the fact that it has, in my opinion, the best cast of character in any video game. Um, I'm just a big fan. I'm just a big fan. The Normandy 2.0 is some one one of the best spaceship in the world. Definitely up there in my list with the Enterprise, the Firefly, and the Falcon. The Millennium Falcon. Um, so yeah, so Mass Effect, big fan, big love for this game. A little bit of housekeeping before I get into Origin and open the game. Um, so we've changed things around a little bit. If you've watched the last show I did, basically Geek Out is gonna be every 2 Monday. I said it was Thursday. It's gonna be every 2 Monday. Um, like I did an episode this week. I'm gonna do another one next Monday just to kind of get the ball rolling. Basically, Geek Out every 2 Monday will take the place of Geek Out and Play. Same thing if we have reacts and stuff like that that we want to do. I know in August there are gonna be plenty of show. Supposedly, PlayStation will have another one. Xbox gonna have another one. So we're gonna react to this. So basically, from Monday to Thursday, the Geek Ride is live on Twitch at 9 a.m. The show that I'm gonna do on the specific day may change depending on the situation. So I hope everyone is clear with that. The Geek Ride as a concept, as the brand, the Geek Ride will be on Twitch from Monday to Thursday at 9 a.m. But it can be a Geek Out, it can be a React, or it can be Geek Out and Play. Or I can just decide like today to just play the game that I love to play. That is the magic of the internet and the fact that the studio is mine. I do whatever I want with my time, and that's it. All right, guys, without further ado, let's jump into Mass Effect 2, my masterpiece, the love of my life. I've played this game since it came out. So let me tell the story of how I discovered Mass Effect 2. Is there a problem with my screen? Okay, so we have a little problem here. Just give me one quick second. Why is it not working? Every time I open the game, it's kind of not full screen. Yeah, I see that. Hold on a second. Extra option graphic, I presume. Oh yeah, that's the one of the problem. Thank you. Yeah, full screen. Yes. 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 I guess so. Hey, we're back. All right. All right. All right. All right. So yeah, the story of how I discovered Mass Effect 2. I knew nothing about Mass Effect. Absolutely nothing. I was a big fan of KOTOR. Didn't play the second one. Well, not enough to say that I played it. I played a little bit. Wasn't what I want. Like I wanted to be. I know Obsidian, they're their best. It was a great story. It was a great game. Just coming out of KOTOR, KOTOR 2 was not like, how can I say, like the my dad always say that it's like after the first one the magic is kind of disappearing a little bit, um and like whatever. So didn't know about Mass Effect 1. Knew nothing about it. At that time in my life, I wasn't really following the studios like I do today. But when Mass Effect 2 came out, I was living with a roommate in an apartment. And again, I'm a PlayStation guy. He was more of an Xbox guy. And basically came home on a Friday, excited like like crazy. Was like, oh man, Mass Effect 1 was one of my favorite game. I got Mass Effect 2 right here. I could hold it. So we're talking about a time where you rented those games. He didn't buy it. He went to the store, was able to take a copy to rented for the whole weekend. It was a 3-day rent. It was awesome. So basically, he came home, put the game in its Xbox 360, uh, and I was there with him. And the opening opens with, well, you're gonna see it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Oh man, this is sci-fi, like sci-fi, like the sci-fi that I love. Like, oh man, the ship explodes. They're gonna re-engineer that guy. Who's that guy? I don't know, but he's cool, man. He's Shepard. Oh my god, that is so nice. So basically, he played for maybe an hour or two, and just leave it there. He was like, man, this is not the Mass Effect that I know. This is not the RPG that I want. I'm just gonna do something else for the weekend. And I asked him, I was like, hey, do you mind if I take your Xbox and try that game that I know nothing about? And he was like, yeah, sure, man. So basically, I finished the game. Not 100%, but I went from the beginning to the end of the game for the first time in that weekend. So basically, I played from Friday night nonstop. Like when I say nonstop, I would go to bed with like I would just fall asleep on the couch with the controller in my hand and wake up a few hours later and say like, oh, I gotta play. I gotta go. So yeah, so basically in that one weekend, put about, I would say, easily 40 hours in that game and just finish it. And I was like, once the scroll came and I saw exactly what I understood what they did with all the system and the way you choose your line. Like people are saying like, oh, Mass Effect is kind of too easy. You just only choose um, what is it, Paragon or Renegade? Yeah, Paragon or Renegade. And that's about all the choice you have to make in the game. Hey, what's up to the fallen Goldie? No, no, hey, it's all right, man. If you want to interrupt my story, this is. Yeah, yeah, I can. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna read what the fallen god. What is it? Whitey? Sorry. So the fallen god said, sorry if my comment interrupts your story, but I gotta say, as someone who has run through the trilogy 30 plus time, man, you're better than me. The full trilogy I did about 5 or 6. I've played Mass Effect 2 more like basically every year, once or twice since it came out. I played Mass Effect 1, maybe. Yeah, so 1 and 3, I did about 5 or 6 times. Okay, cool. So the Fallen God YouTube. I'll call you the Fallen God of YouTube. Uh, Thanks for being here. By the way, you're the first person since I started this channel that I'm chatting with, so it's really awesome. So yeah, so basically 1, 2, and 3 as a trilogy, 5, 6 times, and Mass Effect 2 just rerun. So let me finish. So I've run through the trilogy 30 times. Mass Effect 2 feel more streamlined than the original, but I can see how it's a jarring transition. I totally agree. I played Mass Effect 2 first, and then played Mass Effect 3. And then when the trilogy came out few years after 3, I think a year or two after the third one, I played the full trilogy. And I have to agree with you 100%. If you come from the first one and you love it and you like that kind of RPG where you have to think about the action you're gonna make, the gear you're gonna wear, you can do Mass Effect 2 basically with the gear that you have at the beginning. I understand what you're saying. And what I love about that, and I think, is like I said, Mass Effect 1, I think it's more RPG in its mechanic, like the gear system, the Paragon, and the Paragon and Renegade, different choice of dialogue or anything. I personally think that Mass Effect 2, you feel more these RPG element. You feel like every single choice you make might have a consequence at the end. Especially for me, when I played the game for the first time, basically a few of my squad died at the end because I didn't know that, oh, okay, if you do their mission, they become stronger and blah blah blah. Oh, okay, they have specific attribute like, oh, okay, like the fact that Tally is a mechanic or something, it's important at the end, and I didn't know that, and it made my experience awesome. And I just fell in love with that game, and since then it has been my favorite game. If you ask me what are my favorite game, Mass Effect 2 is the number one. I will say that game until the end. The other few spots may change depending on my mood or anything, but Mass Effect 2 stay as the king of the game. So, the Fallen God YouTube, love it. If you wanna join me in this adventure, we're gonna start a new game. I'm gonna do my personal shepherd. Yeah, controller doesn't work. I'm gonna play mouse and keyboard. I think it's the first time that I'm gonna play Mass Effect 2 with a mouse and keyboard. This is funny. Just give me one quick second. All right. Sorry about that. Just want to check something. Normal, auto level, absolutely not. Let's put the subtitle for you guys because the sound of the game won't be that high. Electronic Art present a BioWare production. Oh, this sound. Beautiful. God, that game is still beautiful. I don't know the Fallen God. Can you tell me, did
Humanity's place in the galaxy is stronger than ever, and still it's not enough.
Humans may control the console, but Shepard remains our best hope.
But they're sending him to fight Geth.
Shadow of War? Oh my god, are you serious? Man, that is okay. Understand completely. When I first played Mass Effect 2, I did all the loyalty mission, but Morden still died because anyone who's played MA2 will tell you that Morden just dropped dead for no reason sometime. Never happened to me. Basically, the first time I played, I lost Garrus, which broke my fucking heart. I lost Tali, and I lost Miranda. Um, then I fix. The Fallen God say he fixed it on his second run, and I agree with you. The trilogy is tied to my favorite game of all time, tied with Shadow of War. If you're curious, I am very curious about one thing. Fallen God, why war over Mordor? Because I would agree with you. for Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of War, sadly, I cannot say like, oh, you're wrong or you're right because I haven't played War as much. I played maybe like 10, 15 hours of War, and I was like, you know what? It's not Shadow of Mordor. Where Shadow of Mordor has been a real surprise for me. So I'm really curious to see what is your argument for War over Mordor. But I'm glad that we share the Mass Effect love, you and me, because yeah, these games are just amazing, so thoughtful, and it will never happen. I don't have the diploma or the will or the talent to go there. But my dream would be to write a Star Trek video game in the same vein of Mass Effect. And I'm one of the rare people who loved Andromeda. The game is not perfect, far from it, but I loved it because it was that like Star Trek mentality of, oh, we're going to this new galaxy. You need to colonize some planet, and you have to choose how you colonize it. Will you colonize it as a scientist to make more discovery, or will you colonize it as a military force to take over this new galaxy? So I really loved it, and I was hoping they would go deeper into that Star Trek thing. Like they would implant a way to make first contact, like with multiple way to approach a new species and stuff like that. But for the rest, like the way you gather resources, the way you explore planet, especially the new fighting style, uh, Andromeda was not it was a good game that could have been great if EA wasn't EA. So, Fallen God, tell me, did you play Mass Effect 1 before playing Mass Effect 2? Because War and Mordor to me are both great, but I always say War just because War is more complete and a larger scale. Like to me, Mordor is really good, and War just take it up to another level. Especially with Fortress Siege, I love Andromeda 2, but not on the same level as the original trilogy. And I say that because the character to me weren't as interesting, and the story truly wasn't up to par of the Shepard saga, in my opinion. Totally agree on the last 2 points. Like I said, I think Mass Effect 2 has the best cast of character of any game. Whether it's Garrus, Talia, did I say that wrong? Tali, Miranda is awesome. Jacob is alright. I feel like. Oh shit, okay, so you start with the third one? Oh my god, what a shock must have this been. Because I played Mass Effect 2 first, so like that cinematic that we're seeing now, I was like totally confused. I was like, why is the character suddenly dying? Like, ooh, why? And man, I don't want to play the game. I just want to talk with the Fallen God about Mass Effect. All right, let's go. Let's put the. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put that back. I'm gonna put myself in big mode. Put the game there. Let the ship just crashed. so so yeah, okay, let's come back on Andromeda and Mass Effect 2 for me. Because if you played the third one like from start to finish before playing every other one, I'm very curious about. Do you remember the last scene when you are in the city and you have to go basically talk to everybody who survived? Like the whole crew is there except for Mortis because you know what happened. But like how that scene felt without knowing every character. Like I was saying, like me, I started Mass Effect 2 that way. Like the ship is in disarray, everything is exploding everywhere. So I didn't, at the beginning of Mass Effect 2, I didn't have that emotion attachment. Yeah, emotional attachment to Shepard and the crew. I don't even know who's that girl talking to me at the moment. I think if you start a new game like that, it's Ashley. Um, but if I were to start my Mass Effect One game, it would be Tally, not Tally, but oh man, I forgot her name. Why am I so stupid when that happened? Talizora is Talizora. I'm looking for my blue love. Mass Effect 2 character because I can never remember their name. Liara. God damn it. Thanks, man. Thanks. You wrote it at the same time I found it. Thank you very much, Liara. So Liara is my love. Wasn't at the beginning because when I played Mass Effect 2, like I said, didn't know the characters. So Miranda was my love interest for two reasons. First of all, love Miranda because she is basically what I would love to do. I would love to be like an augmented human and have cybernetic and giant like forget sorry for my English, but I would love like to have genetic modification that allow me to just speak any language I want, be a little bit stronger. I'm such a nerdy little boy. But and the other reason is she's voiced by Irene Strahovski, who is Sarah in my favorite TV show Chuck. So that was the two reasons I chose Miranda. When I replayed the game after that, and Liara was the love interest of the first one, I kind of kept her basically kept myself from loving anybody in the second one, and then followed through with Liara in the third one. So my you can see that my train of thought is just like it's not a train. It doesn't follow a track. It's more like a carnage of car going in the same direction, and one sometimes just disperse. It's not okay. So ready, man? I'm gonna play the game. You can guide me. You can tell me if I'm doing something stupid, or if I'm choosing a path that you wouldn't choose for some reason. Are you more Paragon or Renegade? Genuinely, Miranda would be my Mass Effect 2 love interest if she was more understanding to Jack. Honestly, that's the only reason I didn't pick her. Honestly, I romanced Ashley in Mass Effect 3, so when I went back, I did that in one. Okay, got you on that one. Like that is a very very solid argument against Miranda. Now again, I don't know why I'm losing always my view. Do you see my game screen, or is it black for you too? Gonna transition there, gonna transition there. Everybody should be able to see my screen. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna press OK. I don't see my screen. Why don't I see my fucking screen? Uh, the joy of streaming by yourself with no producer behind you. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, so while it's black and I try and find the reason, totally understand what you're saying about Miranda and Jack. I'm not personally a big Jack fan. She's awesome. I tried her love romance once, and it's really nice. Jack is way more complex that anybody give her credit for. Um, the reason why I don't like her that much is just the general attitude. My own morality doesn't fit much with Jack. Um, the reason why I never dated Ashley, except to try the different option and just have fun with the character, is because she's racist. She's totally unapologetically racist. And to answer your question, I prefer Renegade if I'm playing male shepherd and Paragon if I'm playing female shepherd, because the voice actor seems to match better with those respective morality. Oh, interesting. I love that point of view. Um, okay, first, never played the Lady Shepherd. Just because I love to play woman in video game. Usually, if I have the choice to create my own character, there's only two games basically where I don't. World of Warcraft and Mass Effect 2. Well, Mass Effect in general. The reason for that in Mass Effect is basically because I personally want to be the hero of that story. I love this universe so much. I don't want to pretend that I'm a girl to go around that story. Okay, a stupid reason, but yeah. So basically, like when I play Mass Effect, I don't play John Shepard. Or yeah, John Shepard. I play Alex Shink in that universe. Like if people in the text would say like, oh yeah, Shink is the man, Shink is the hero you need, I would be like flabbergasted. I would be on my ass every time playing that game. Usually, other game, even Dragon Age, or anytime you can choose to play a character, I will mostly go woman. But I am considering what you're saying to go and try that. Try to see if the voice of the actor kind of fit more with the different allegiance. Because I have to agree with you that sometimes uh, even like you go Paragon with Mel Shepherd, and you choose like the Paragon line, and uh, it goes like a little bit more aggressive than I wanted to. So of course it's coming from the voice actor. Fully understand that. If I'm male shipper, I'll make myself my name and customize myself to that. And if I'm playing female shipper, I make her like my girlfriend. That is amazing, man. I applaud that. This is cool. This is really, really cool. So basically, when you play female shepherd, you're basically playing impersonating your girlfriend. That is really funny. All right, so because I could talk about, yes, I want to cancel that because I can talk about that game over and over and over without playing it. I'm just gonna try to, no, display capture. Yes, that's what I want. I want you to be here. I want you to be that big. All right. So we should be back in business. I think I fixed my problem. I think that's good. If I start the game, is it coming full screen? No, it's going. No, it's coming back. All right, it's coming back. All right, so let's go. Let's go save Joker a little bit. And yeah, Joker. He's asking the ship to hold together. There's the only problem is that the ship is like in at least 10 pieces. Okay, by the way, that sequence when you walk in space, one of my favorite sequence of all video game history. The fact that you come from the inside of the ship where everything is blowing up and you hear it. It's like the fire, some sparkle and everything, and you come on in space and it's dead silence. The only thing you hear, the only thing, if you put your headphones and you crank the volume up, the only thing you're hearing is your own respiration. And this is freaking awesome. Okay, it's nice in a movie, like when they do that, just break the sound. But in a video game, I don't think it has been done before, and I don't think it will be done to that level of expertise ever again. Oh, by the way, the reason why the voice actor match up in my eyes, female shipper, yeah, female shepherd. If she picks renegade, a renegade voice line genuinely sound forced. She doesn't sound like she really is fit for that voice. But male shepherd actually sound better with an aggressive tone. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but hey, This spacewalk is incredibly immersive. I fully agree. Thank you, Fallen God. I don't know what you're the god of, but if you have fallen, you're in my camp. Um, so, um, like I said, I would really need to go back and test your theory on the voice. Like I said, I noticed that sometime some Paragon line are said like a little bit too sharp for what I was like kind of hoping the line would say. Uh, but I really need to go and check, like make like just choose one part of the game and go female Paragon, female Renegade, and male, and just check it out because I'm very interested in that. This is something I love about game, the voice acting. It is something that I'm very interested in. I love looking at the work that these guys do behind the scene, and I would be very curious to go back and check if there is video of these actors doing the line in Mass Effect, and I'm very curious to go back and test for myself the difference between male and female and Paragon and Renegade. I played Renegade once, like just for the fun of it. I'm always Paragon. It's just the way my Shepard is and will always be. It's like a movie. I always basically play Mass Effect 2 the same way. And yeah, so I'm curious. This is a very nice conversation. I want to go back and see that.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
Okay. By the way, like Casey Hudson, I know you did not write the game. Okay, you were the creative director, I think, on Mass Effect 2. Who and why they gave that sickness to Joker? Okay, I just want to say it's fucking brilliant. By the way, like it's a small detail. You were not like probably nobody asked for that, but the writer said like, you know what, the pilot cannot stand on his own. Like his bone will break, and that's why he loved to be at the helm, and that's why he's so good at it. Basically, because his condition doesn't allow him for other things, so he concentrate all his effort on being the best fucking pilot in the galaxy. Avoiding spoilers. In the mission where you are comforting a guard in front of a window, just listen to the Paragon line to the Renegade one. It's honestly the best example. I know what you're meaning. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and look for it, my friend. All right, you and I, Fallen God, together. Let's listen to this beautiful, beautiful intro and music, and just immerse ourselves in the fact that John Shepard is just dying. Beginning of the game. You never played any Mass Effect, played the second one. Oh, hey, the hero is dying 5 minutes into the game. Thank you very much. God, I love this game. Silence. Those few piano notes, that's all you need. Boom, Mass Effect 2. Man, let me tell you, I was hooked from the beginning when I played that for the first time. Hooked. Like, wasn't a joke. This is always the saddest scene. Yeah, I know, man. I know. If you coming from Mass Effect 1, it's even more drastic. Because you know why it's happening. Like you're what? No, what? Yeah, fucked up. I love it. And by the way, what this is, 2007 CGI, like look fucking good. Look fucking good. I don't know why people are still complaining. Oh, it doesn't look good. It's not next gen. Man, we were able to do that in 2007. This looked like a freaking movie. like watch the intro for Mass Effect 2 and watch the intro for the movie Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson, and like it's just as good in my opinion. Of course, I'm not a graphic genius or anything. I don't really care for graphic, but I always think the intro. Exactly, bro. And even if the first game you've ever played is this in the series is 2, you still have to love Shepard because he lost his life to save his friends. Such an amazing character. Totally agree, man. Totally agree. The beginning of this game, like you said, even if you haven't played the first one, it kind of puts you in perspective right away. It's like, okay, you're a captain. Like even if a Star Trek or a Star Wars episode start like that, you have the ship is destroyed, and the captain is saving everybody and he's dying with the ship. And then 5 minutes later in the episode, they genetically bring him back to life. Man, that would be an amazing beginning for any any movie or TV shows or anything. And the fact that they did that in Mass Effect 2, the impact was must be really good from the first game if you played it. But like you said, even if this is your first entry into Mass Effect, just the fact that what you know from the beginning, the ship is attacked, everybody's dying, the captain is pushing everybody out. He goes himself to save the pilot, throw it out, and dies with his ship. This is masterful, masterful. And then you come back and custom mail. The only thing I'm changing from the default is where I'm born. I think I'm just gonna go what I want to do. I don't want to. Do I want to be a soldier this time, or do I want to be a sentinel? Yeah, we have enough sentinel player. I'm gonna do that. Um, what's the default? Is he herdbound in the default? Quick start. Earthbound, Soul Survivor, Soldier. Yeah, it's the Soul Survivor that I don't like. Custom. Boom. No. Default appearance, please. Soldier, Herdbound, but I'm a war hero. Sorry, not a Soul Survivor. I'm a war hero. What are your choice, Fallen God? I'm curious. Miranda. Ugh. Every time I hear her voice, I'm just waiting for her to say, Chuck! Chuck! Stay in the car!
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. Too close. We almost lost it.
Run the numbers again.
Oh man, that is so true. Okay, so Fallen God, even if I'm a renegade, I'll choose Earthbound and War Hero. The ruthless one makes Shipper look like someone who gets his men killed on purpose. I totally agree. Totally agree. The way they wrote, like just the line, like oh no man, the guy will do the job, whatever the cost. Like I totally agree. It's like, oh okay, so I can kill my squad at the end of the game and I'm gonna be the hero. Like I don't like that attitude. And like you said, even if you play Renegade, because what I love about Mass Effect is that Paragon and Renegade don't mean good and bad. Don't mean they just mean basically you're morally inclined to do the good thing, or it's like punch first, ask question later, which is not a bad attitude. It's just like, hey, we have this mission to do, and I'm not here to fuck around. That is Renegade. Paragon is like, I have a mission to do, but I understand that people need me in this universe, and I'm gonna go and help them. So I love Mass Effect for that reason. You're not good or bad. It's not Fable. I love Fable, but it's not Fable where you play evil or basically angel. It's like, will you be the moral compass of everybody, or will you be the guy that just punch through uh, everything, basically? All right. So I have my gun and armor. Move to cover. What's the cover? Space. All right. Hey, easy control. Yeah, I love it.
Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Yeah, thermal clip. Thermal clip is the baby.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Fable is cool, but if you play evil, you literally get devil horn, and it's more hilarious than it is intimidating. Totally agree. Same thing with the ring. I think when you get good, you have the ring, and it's funny because it goes with the joke of the game, of the Fable. It goes with the humor, but I have to agree with you that like when you're getting like adult and really buff, and you have those horn, you're more silly than menacing. What I find menacing though is that swarm of bug like just going around you. That is menacing. The horn just silly, and I love that game for that reason.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your... Don't take
Yeah,
any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
I know, I know. Come on, Shield, come back. Stupid robot.
Nice work, Shepard.
Man, on the PC, it's so easy to play that game. You have one button to press, and it's space. You run, you cover, you do everything with space.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long. More reinforcements heading your way. Grab the grenade launcher. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
All right, boys. Yay!
Elevator down one floor.
Everybody exploded. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Miranda telling us to kill the mech, and her only response is, "Honey, trust me, I know." That's a good one, Fallen God. What the hell? Okay, I just did that. Why it stopped? You mother.
Head to the next room and I'll try to beat you. Shepard, read me. I've got mechs closing in on my position.
Nope, nope, no, no. I want to take the door. I think. Is there something in that room? Let's go check. Yeah, there's lug and stuff like that in that room. Let's pick them up.
The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money.
Whoops. Oh yeah, good job, Alex. First spell. Oh my God, that was humiliating. I hope you missed that, Fallen God, because that was noob. That was really noob. All good. Let me clip that real quick. Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. Oh god, I love it.
But subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional and there is
By the way, I just want to point out that the Miranda sex scene is one of my favorite of all the game. Um, Basically, Liara in the first one come in your room, if I'm not mistaken, and in the third one you sleep in her lab or something like that. But Miranda is coming in the engine room where you are currently working or thinking or whatever. You're kind of holding the ramp, looking at the engine, and she just come in the room, put you down on the floor, and just straight up have sex with you. This is amazing. This is like, yeah, this is the way I'd like it to be every time. Hey, Jacob, what's up, buddy?
Doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
I just woke up. You probably know more than I do.
Right, sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for.
Hostiles detected.
Damn it!
Yeah, yeah, your best friend Garrus, that would totally be his response.
You running around.
Is it?
Fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
What's Tally? What's Tally's sex scene? Because she's always in the engine, so I think if you romance Tally, it's also a kind of that thing, like you just join her in the core of the vessel and.
It's your station, Jacob. I'll follow you.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards.
No time to lose in that game. No time for a question about who I am, what is this place, blah blah blah. No, let's do this shit, baby.
Excuse me.
All right, we're good. Think so? Ha! That was a nice shot.
Ready to get the hell off this station?
Yeah, totally agree. I prefer, if we're talking about like the useless guy, yeah, Jacob is my least favorite. I almost prefer Caden, but I definitely prefer the guy in the third one, like the strong soldier in the third one. That guy was really really interesting to talk to and everything, like with his attitude at the beginning of the game, and basically if you wanna win his friendship or something, you have to go and fight him in the dock of the ship, and yeah, I love that guy. What's his name? Mass Effect 3. You're gonna tell me before I find it because you're awesome. James. There you go, James. Yeah. Yeah, James Vega. Yeah, Vega, man. That guy is awesome. If you get to fight him, you get to fight him, and it's amazing if you're playing Renegade because you just beat the hell out of him. Really? Oh shit! I'm gonna have to try that. Like when I played my version, basically you're kind of com- like tricking him. Like you do a like a karate move on him, and he's like impressed by it, and he's like, man, okay, you know more about fighting than me. And basically Shepard responds something like, oh, it's experience, but it's also creativity or something like that. It's really nice. I really really enjoyed
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
I really, really enjoyed that point of view for the fight. And now my camera has frozen. So let's go see what the problem is there. Hello. Gonna take the camera off for a second. Ah, that's why. Explains everything. The phone is dying. All right, let's put that back up. thumb screw that. Check if my settings are okay. I'm sure I did something wrong. You bastard. Hey, hello guys. I'm back. Alright. Alright. Okay. So, because I had too much fun with The Fallen God, because we had so much fun with The Fallen God, I did not play much of the game. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna basically finish that, come out the station, a mission that I've done many times in my life. Was there really a datapad there? Okay. Clip, thank you.
Alert.
Jacob. Yeah, and if I'm not wrong, in the conversation to read that scene, he talks about how his old unit died. The Paragon Vision is talking about how he should have blamed himself, shouldn't have blamed himself. The Renegade line literally just says something like, maybe you should have gotten your squad killed. Yes, basically you are right, Fallen God. Basically, Vega, if you take the war hero route for Shepard, basically Vega has the same basically storyline as Shepard. He was on a very hardcore mission, and basically he's the lone survivor of this squad, and a little bit like that's what I love about these two characters, Shepard and James, is that basically when James is coming with his bad attitude and Shepard is like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? And then you fight with him and James explain it. Basically, Shepard just understand because he sees exactly like the route he could have been in if all that rage. So basically, Vega is the renegade version of Shepard from Mass Effect 1 and 2. And if you are Paragon, you can bring him to your side and say, like, hey, you know what, buddy? I had the exact same experience, and this is how I dealt with it and became Shepard. So if you follow me, if you trust me, you're gonna get there too. So I really love James. James is awesome. Jacob, the only reason why I don't like him, it has nothing to do with his personality, because I really enjoy like all the conversation, the story with his dad, and why he joined Cerberus and everything. I love Jacob as a character. It's just that he's in the middle of two class, if you can say that. So very cool at the beginning because he's kind of half soldier as half bionic, but the minute you have basically Miranda is a better bionic, and if you go and get the other Izari, she's even more powerful. And if you're looking for a soldier, basically Grunt or Garrus will do a better job. So it's purely gameplay perspective why I don't like Jacob is that he's not the most powerful bionic, so I don't really need him for that. And he's not a powerful soldier, so I don't really need it for that. I'm the powerful soldier, so usually I'll have a mechanic and a bionic with me, or two bionic, and I'll just spray and shoot. Usually I have Garrus with me all the time. He's just my sharpshooter, and I'm in the front, basically just aggroing the damage, and Garrus is in the back shooting everybody in the head. Yeah, go in hell, Wilson. If I could slow down to help you, not help you, I would. I would. Totally would.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on a second.
Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Jack and Grunt is amazing. I really, really like their back and forth. I always play Soldier. Sometime I will play Bionic, like Sentinel. I played Sentinel 100% in Andromeda. It was so good, so cool. The mix, the combo that you can make with different skill in Andromeda was amazing. But in Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, I play mostly Soldier. My favorite squad is Mass Effect 1, it's Garrus Liara. Mass Effect 2 is Garrus and whoever else I want to bring in. Jack is always fun because she has the most, like, she has the quip of them all. She just has such a bad attitude and she's awesome. I love Jack. She's so cool. But yeah, basically Garrus is really my pal. Whatever I play, wherever I go, I will always stay with Garrus. Yo, seriously, man? I totally agree, man. Like, the animation of doing the basically gravity and then throwing like the spear power and the explosion of that those two together, man, I loved it. Like just energy going. It's very, very cool. Andromeda, like again, I think if you're a fan of Mass Effect and everything, the story wasn't that great. Like they didn't put their best foot forward. But in terms of combat, agility, the way you can like hover, throw something, go down to the floor, throw everything you need, distract somebody by throwing something there, and just go around. Like the mobility and the quickness or like how fast the fight and battle goes, awesome. Like I love replaying Andromeda just because I want to fight and fight and fight and fight, and it shouldn't be that. That's the problem of Andromeda.
Wilson's hurt bad. He needs help.
So yeah, so
Thanks, Shepard.
yeah, so my squad is usually myself, Garrus, and whoever I need to bring for the specific mission I'm going. Uh,
We didn't ask what you were doing.
Jack as my favorite companion mission. The mission to go get Garrus, so Archangel.
How do you explain that?
Agree again. Like Andromeda, I put it as a good game that could have been great. Uh, like for me, Andromeda is a good 7.58. Like really, really solid 7.58. Bug, I know, like I've seen the video, I've seen the reviews and everything. I bought it on PlayStation 4 and had absolutely no issue. Like, yes, the eye and the mouth were not moving like properly or anything, but no crashing, no popping texture or anything. So I was very lucky with that one. And if you play it now, it's patch and everything, that game is fucking beautiful. I have to agree with you. Some dialogue could have been rewritten, although there is one dialogue in that movie that I love. It's a ripoff from Star Wars, and it is amazing. It's the blasters malfunction joke from A New Hope, and you can hear it when you go do the mission for Andromeda characters. List of Andromeda character. If you go do the mission for apparently there's a show called Andromeda, so there you go. If you go do the mission for Liam, when you are in the cargo bay of the ship you're infiltrating, he goes over the control and basically you just took down everybody in the room, and Liam goes over the control and there's a voice coming in and it's like, oh, what's the status? We heard gunshot and everything, and he just goes like, oh, no problem at all, just a blaster malfunction, and quick the conversation, and I laughed so bad when I heard it. So Fallen God. To be honest, though, based on combat entirely, Andromeda is the best game in the series beyond any doubt, but it's the worst story-wise, and it still has a great story, don't get me wrong, but it isn't on the same quality level as the original trilogy. Again, totally agree. I think the story of Andromeda, sending people in another galaxy, like sending like those colonial ship and everything, and going to Andromeda to colonize. Like I said, I think that is the perfect premise for a Mass Effect new trilogy or new anthology or anything. The problem is, I think with Andromeda was not like the premise was not what they wanted to do with the game, is how they tell the story. First of all, introducing the race they introduced at the beginning. Mass Effect Andromeda. Yeah, I don't want character, I just want Mass Effect Andromeda. Okay. Setting and character. Mass Effect, between Mass Effect 2, the 4, blah 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 blah. I just want to know what are the enemy. Okay, by the way, PB is one of my favorite character in all Mass Effect. Okay, I don't remember what the name of the enemies are in Andromeda, but they just came as like this villain that just want to do bad thing for the sake of doing bad thing, and that was the worst mistake. I said, and I would love to think that this is where they wanted to be. I think Andromeda should have been more Star Trek than Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, where you clearly see the Star Wars inspiration. What I would have loved about Andromeda is that you go in that galaxy, there's no enemy, there's no ally or whatever. You could have been enemy with the race of alien that you meet with one that joined your crew. You could have been friends with the enemies that come. So I would have loved for them to kind of think of a way of approaching first contact with alien, and for you to, like, just like in Mass Effect 2, where you develop these relation with these character, like Jack, you don't know Jack, but throughout the game you go and you learn about her and blah blah blah, and then you do her mission and she's like, you know what, Shepard, now I trust you. I would have loved for them to do that, but like on a galaxy scale, put like 2-3 race of new alien, put the one that we already know, and make me approach them or them approach me, and then decide like, okay, what do you have to offer, what can I do for you? Oh, okay, no, I really don't click with your moral code. I'm gonna oppose what you're doing. And if they have done that, like, I think it would have been more powerful of a storytelling, even if it was like chapter 1. Instead, they just went the route that everybody goes. It's like, oh yeah, this is this enemy. You want to do evil thing with the technology that you discovered. Don't let him do it. Save the galaxy. It's a repeat process, and I think they would have done better with just sticking to, hey, this is a new galaxy, we need to discover it, we don't know what's here, and the discovery would have been the story, it would have been your story. To be honest, I hope if a new Mass Effect game comes out, I want to be a great. I want it to be great. Me too. Because Mass Effect Andromeda forgot what made Mass Effect special, in my opinion. Mass Effect is a great game because it takes you on an emotional journey based upon the characters. Thank you very much, Fallen God. I could have said that better myself. The story puts these characters in a situation that caused a reaction from a beloved cast. It's why I think Mass Effect is one of the greatest games of all time. The story isn't the focus, it's the characters. Totally agree with you, Fallen God. And if you want to continue this conversation, please follow me on Twitter, mostly at the Geek Ride, same thing. And you can follow me at SoSchwank. So Schwank is written like that. I'll put it in the chat. And I would love to have more conversation with you about Mass Effect. It's my favorite game. It's my favorite series. And the funny thing about it is that, like, again, I've played this game I played Mass Effect 2 every year, once or twice since it came out. And yet there's people that I talk with, and they know so much more about that game than me. And I love to listen to the logs. Like, seriously, I want all the audio log of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Like, the codex, I mean, like the audio log codex. Don't trust anyone, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna skip that. Like, I want a CD version of that. I want the audiobook of Mass Effect 2 Codex. That would be amazing. So, guys, thank you very much. Fallen God, thank you very much for entertaining me in this hour of playing games. You've made my week, brother. That was amazing. Talking about Mass Effect 2 is the next best thing after playing Mass Effect 2. So, Fallen God, thank you very much for having been with me. I wish you a very good weekend, buddy, and hope I'll be able to talk to you on Twitter or anywhere else once again. And guys, we're gonna be back on Monday with Geek Out. It's gonna be what is my geekness part 2. So it's gonna be Geek Out episode 2, and for Fallen God here, if you come on Monday, I'm gonna talk about my video game, basically history, starting from 1987 to 1999, and then probably go on to talk about 1999 up to 2009. So if you like that, people, keep coming here on the Geek Ride. Love you all. Have a good weekend. See you guys later.